Welcome back to another vid. You know, it's Mellow. Your friendly neighborhood nigga. Always. We back to another vid, man. I know it's been a minute. You know, I always say that because a nigga gotta start posting more than a month, more than once a month. I promise you. Cause niggas know I have a YouTube channel now, so I really have to actually post. Today's video will be another story time. Y'all ate the last one up like candy. My editing skills aren't that good, so you won't see it up. But just look at the channel. Last story time was about how I saw a ghost, kind of paranormal activity, I guess you can say. This story time will be a little embarrassing for me. I say embarrassing because I'm gonna say it like this: I didn't get my ass beat, but I did get punched. So yeah, that's basically what the shit is. Story time about how I got punched. I want to say this was 2016, first grade. Feel me? All right, speak. So the best way I can remember this shit is this was my second time taking the first grade. Now, for the ones who don't know, yes, I repeated the first grade twice. I was a fucking idiot. Kind of, and that I just hated doing work, bro. Little young Mello wasn't like a demon. Obviously, he wasn't a bad kid. He wasn't going around making teachers and people's lives miserable. But I just didn't like to do work, and yeah. The first time I took the first grade, I actually had good grades. But the teacher, I'm not gonna say her name because I remember her name. She just held me back, bro. And I mean, she was white, so that's all I really gotta say. That's all I really gotta say. But yeah, this story time is the second time I took the first grade. So boom. God, this has been a long time. But I'm not gonna say what school I went to, but it was an elementary school, right? Obviously. Okay, the dude that punched me, he just didn't like me. I don't know what it was. I barely even talked to dude. I tried to be nice to dude, you know. Younger Mel at the time was a very nice child, but he just didn't like me, brother. He didn't like me at all. He didn't like me. That's all I really have to say, right? For legal reasons, I'm saying legal reasons because, you know, that's what every fucking YouTuber says when they're doing story time. For obvious reasons, I remember dude's name. I don't know where he is now. I don't know what he's doing nowadays. I really don't. Hope he's good. But I want to get some more context. He was a video game kid. Not even really video game, anime kid. And this was 2015, 2016. This was back when niggas was calling you a nerd for watching anime. When niggas was really on your dick, calling you a nerd for watching anime. So this was so I don't think anime got accepted into the world until quarantine 2020. Personally, that's when I really think the shit got accepted, because when niggas had nothing to do, anime was on. But see, yeah, he was definitely ahead of his time, right? He liked anime. He liked video games. He liked Undertale, for example. Not an anime, that's a video game, if y'all don't know that. But yeah, we gonna call him JJ. That's not his real name, obviously. But JJ didn't like me for some reason. Now, I have another story from the first grade that I'm not going to tell on this channel because probably the most embarrassing shit I will ever say in my life. Probably one of the more embarrassing things that happened. I didn't get punched in that one, but I'm not even going to describe it, nigga. A young bull was just on bull. But I remember we were in class. I don't know, I was just doing some type of work. Our teacher's name, I'm gonna call her Miss Orange. That's funny. But she was a black lady, right? This JJ was a black nigga with like the Meek Mill braids. If you know, you know, right? And this nigga just didn't like me, bro. No matter what I did, no matter what I do, no matter how much I try to be nice, that nigga just didn't like my eye. And it obviously showed. So this one specific day, we were at the computers, right? I think this was like, I think this was math or something. I don't remember. I got a lot of, like, I don't know, chat. Very grainy story time. But I remember this nigga walking up to me, actually being nice for once, which was, mind you, he was never nice to me. He was never nice to me. So that was already a bad sign. Like, chat, when somebody is overly nice to you and you know they an asshole, that's sign number one. Get out of there. But I don't really know. But yeah, I remember him. I don't remember what he said, chat. Like I said, this is a 10, 11-year-old story time, right? 10, 11-year-old story. So I remember he said something. I think he had a drawing, right? I think it was drawing like Undertale characters or some shit. You know, the little bow nigga and shit, right? I said, now obviously I didn't say this shit word for word, but I did say that shit was ass. I didn't say that word for word, but I said something around those lines. I probably just said it wasn't it or something like that. Probably. And all I hear is boom to my fucking, like, obviously not the heart, but like here. That shit was, looking back, that shit was weak. But since I was a fucking child and I was like in the fucking first grade, that shit hit, bruh. And at the time, I was a D1 foul baiter on my SGA shit before foul baiting was really a thing. I was foul baiting when niggas did something to me. Like, I'm talking about like dog. Like dog. I'm talking about, man, I did the I screamed. It's shit. Brother in Christ, I'm not even gonna lie. I was exaggerating at all just to get the teacher to come over there. I explained myself in the best first grade way possible. Got his ass in trouble, right? And for the rest of the year, he didn't bother me, right? But yeah, if y'all know me, I did get held back. So yeah, that's why I'm older as in the grade I know I am now. But yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I thought the shit would be longer, but that's the best I can remember for that story time. I might exaggerate that shit on the thumbnail, on the title, but I promise you, it's not that serious. I say he punched me, but at the same time, bro, this shit was weak. Okay, I have barely gotten punched too many times in my life, but yeah, like I said, my memory isn't the best, chat. I'm gonna be so serious. It's not the best. I haven't had a good memory in a long time, especially because I took the second grade twice, right? It's just a long type of shit that just happened, bro. It's just a long shit that happened, bro. It's a long time ago, and I'll be honest, that shit kind of made me who I am, like, kind of all the setbacks. But moral of the story of today's story time is, because I didn't want to defend myself, because, like, dude, that shit was weak. Looking back, that shit was weak. That shit was weak, gang. But looking back, moral of the story is, defend yourself, you know, obviously. Like, this kid hated me, bro. This kid hated on me bad. This kid hated on me. Like, I'm talking about, this nigga just didn't like me, chat. I'd be doing something great and he'll just downplay that shit. And it's crazy. It is crazy. But nah, chat, that's the end of the video. Kind of short today, about 9 minutes, feel me? Might be 10 by the end of the monologue. You know. But yeah, promise you, in the summertime, we will be posting more than once a month. Right? Let's take advantage of that. And niggas got a little bit of recognition now. Feel me? People in school see, oh yeah, Mello, YouTube video, right? You YouTuber now? Like, that's how niggas be. Not overly, but that's how them niggas be now. So it's like, damn, I got people actually watching my shit just a little bit, and that's a little bit more encouraging. I didn't know niggas really peeped. I didn't tell nobody I was a YouTuber, partially. But hey, next video, like I said, I'm not telling you that other story time from this same year. Okay, if y'all want more school stories, let me know, because I have a lot of them from my time, especially as a younger dude. As a younger jit from like first to like fifth grade, maybe third. But yeah, Mello as a younger one was an interesting dude. But yeah, hope y'all loved it. You know, hella vid. Always God bless y'all. Just another day on the job. Hope y'all having a good day, good Sunday. Pray the Lord that everything's doing good for y'all. And yeah, man, that's really it. Don't got much to say. It's been Mello with another vid. Feel me? I'm always underground, but I'm always gonna be found. Bars. See y'all later.